Welcome back to Fiercely Unfiltered. I'm your host, Kelly Renee. Today I want to talk about being single and how long is too long to be single. I'm in my single phase. I am single not by choice. My husband left me. But now that I am single, I can't even imagine being in a relationship again. And I'm curious for all the people out there. It was my second divorce. I went straight into another relationship after my first. I'm in my late 40s, so I've never had time just to worry about me. I had kids. I was in the military. So this is priceless to me. And it's been almost 3 years since I've been with my husband, ex-husband now. I haven't been with anyone else since. And it's almost been 3 years since I've had sex with another human being also. And I was out the other night with a friend, and what she said to me was very surprising. And I just wanted to see if that's other people's opinions too. I don't really care about people's opinions, but it makes me sad that females or young girls think like this. But she was like, when are you going to sleep with someone or be with a guy? At some point, you just look bitter and pathetic. And I was like, you think I look pathetic because I'm not dating? She's like, well, I mean, at some point, like people are just going to think you're bitter and you don't want to date. And I'm like, I don't think that's how you should look at it. Like, I don't want to date. I don't think I'm not dating because I couldn't. Like, I'm sure I can get dates if I wanted them. It's just not something I even want to do right now. I still have goals that I want to accomplish. And with someone else in my life, I don't think I'll be able to accomplish those goals. At least in my past relationships, my goals weren't as important as our goals. So I'm enjoying this time. It's been almost 3 years. I'm thinking at least a couple more years till I want to be in a relationship or explore it. But you can never have plans. God has his own plans. I could be single for another 10 years. And to be honest with you, I'd be okay with that. I'm learned to enjoy my seasons. So I'm enjoying the season of rest, of non-judgment, of getting to understand me and my likes, what I want to do, how I'll spend my time. And I'm getting my new normal. So if I do decide to add someone to the mix, like I'm not unsure of what I want my life to be. I already know what I want my life to be. So now I just got to mix someone in the mix with it. And to me, it doesn't sound exciting. It doesn't sound fun. To me, it sounds terrifying and scary. To me, relationships, in my view right now, are a waste of time and energy. Like, you don't know what the other person's ever thinking. You don't know if they're lying to you your whole relationship. And all the effort you're putting into something can be gone in a second. So this time in my life, I'm trying to create something for me. I'm trying to build the person I want to be on my own. And I'm establishing my foundation. So whoever comes into the mix, I have my own foundation. I'm not waiting for someone else to help me build my foundation. When I first was single, it's kind of like people pass you around a list. Like, hey, here are the 10 guys single in our area. Like, that's how it works. Like, I'm not trying just to look at the dating pool and who's available and pick the best of that. Like, that's not what I'm trying to do at this point. I want to run across someone and our energy be so crazy that I can't stop thinking about that person. It hasn't happened yet. And I don't know if it's ever going to happen, but that's what I'm waiting for this time. Like, I ask all my friends who are in relationships, because I sit down, I try and write lists. What are the pros of being in a relationship and what are the cons? And I can't come up with one pro. Like, there's like maybe for safety and security, but that could be gone in a second. Like, if someone's not sharing with you what they feel, like, you might not even have the safety and security that you think you have. So what about a relationship is good that I want to disrupt my life I have right now that's peaceful? It's almost priceless to me. And when I ask people if they haven't had kids, they obviously want to have a family. So you need someone to have that family. But for me, I don't need to have a family. So why don't you guys send me some pros of why I should be in a relationship, of why that's a good thing? And for my friend who said that I was pathetic because I'm still not dating or haven't slept with anyone after 3 years, I hope other people don't feel that way, because I think I did feel that way when I was growing up. And that was the steps. Like, you find a man, you get married, you have kids, and then you build a life. And I don't want that to be what people think getting older is just pairing up with someone and building a life with them. That's not what it needs to be. You could spend some of your life exploring you by yourself as an individual. So when you do meet someone, you understand that this is the one. And you're not wondering like, oh, did I get married too soon? Should I have waited? Is this really the person? Is this what a marriage is supposed to be? And you have all those questions. So for society today, let's stop letting little girls think that they have to just grow up and meet a man. And then that's their life. That doesn't have to be your life. And that should not be your life. You should be adding a man to the mix after you understand yourself. And I mean, some people don't like to be alone. So they're always going to have a journey with someone else. I think this time alone for me has taught me more about myself in my whole life. I've never got to sit alone with my thoughts like I do. I've never really got to understand what Kelly feels without someone else pressuring me to maybe feel a different way. I also did some research and I was wondering, like, people who get divorced for the second time, do they stay single forever? And it says like 25% of people who get divorced at a later age, close to 50, stay single because they're so set in their ways. They like the way they're living. They like their new way of life. And that might be me. I might be single for life. And I'm okay with that. And I've come to terms with that. I'm hoping that there is a magical love affair for me out there. But at this point, I really don't know if there's any good guys out there. And I hate to say that. I don't wish I was 20 again. But I understand these older guys wanting to be with these younger girls because they haven't been fucked over by you guys. They haven't been fucked over yet. So they're still living in the rose-colored goggles. They still think that what you're telling them is the truth. Unfortunately, I've been through it where I've had those goggles on where I don't see the red flags. Look at the red flags. Don't look at them out of love and who you want this person to be. Don't waste your time on the hopes of what someone's going to be. Live in the moment. Yes, people can grow together and you make a decision that we're going to grow together. Make sure it's the right person. Because if you waste, like they say, if you get on a train and you miss your stop, hurry up and get off on the next stop. Because the longer you go on the wrong train or farther away from your stop, the more expensive and the more time it takes to get back. And I really think about that a lot. Like if you make a wrong decision, don't sit with that for too long. You're allowed to change your mind. You're allowed to change your mind. But let's not promise things to people and then not hold up on them. Don't set other people's expectations when you have no inkling of actually following through. I've run into a lot of people in my adult life who just tell you what you want to hear. And it's like, I don't need you to be telling me this. Don't set my expectations and then not follow through. Just don't set people's expectations in the wrong way so they're not disappointed. But that's something else I've learned in life. I don't have expectations for anyone anymore. Even if you tell me you're going to do something and you don't, great. I don't care. It's your life. You keep what promises you want to keep. You don't keep what promises you don't want to keep. That doesn't affect me. I'm been disappointed by a lot of people in my life, but it's because I'm setting expectations for them on how I think they should act or they should treat me. But that's really not fair because I don't know everything going on with them. So there could be reasons why they're acting like that. I know in my life, I didn't share things and there was reasons and I was going through things in life that people didn't know that probably caused me to react the way I did. So I try not to judge anyone. I try not to set expectations on anyone anymore. And I'm not sure if that's a good attitude to have if I do decide I want to be in a relationship. So at this point, my peace and my energy, I need to protect. And I don't think I'm at the point where I can mess around with my energy. Like dating someone or having sex with someone is energy exchange. And who are these people? Like my friend was like, just go have sex with anyone. You don't got to call them the next day. What does that do for me? It's that makes me feel like I'm giving myself away. I have too much self-respect for myself at this point. And they're also like, I have 21-year-olds hit on me. I mean, and keep in mind, I have a 22 and a 23-year-old son. So I think it's different for women who raise boys because I can't look at a 21-year-old or a 20-year-old in a sexual way because I just think of my kids. And that didn't always happen because when I was 26, I met my ex-husband who was 19 at the time. And we weren't getting together romantically. We were being business partners, but still, like, I just look at 19-year-old and I thought, work. That's what I think. But I didn't have kids at the time. So I didn't raise boys yet. So I see how women who haven't raised young men can have sex with young men. But I don't know. Tell me if I'm wrong. Any women who have 20-year-old sons who date 20-year-olds, is that weird? I mean, do you think of your kid, or can you separate a 20-year-old that you want to have sex with and a 20-year-old you're raising? I'm curious about that. But I'm not interested in 20-year-olds. It's funny because it's the 20-year-olds who try and send me dick pics through DMs. Like, hey, I might be young, but I'm packing. It's like, for all the guys out there, I mean, I think about this because I think when you date someone and you don't want to have sex right away, but then you do have sex and you're like, holy shit, like, this isn't good. Or his dick's the size of a pinky. I can't deal with this. Do you break up with someone because of their dick size? Like, I'm curious about that. So these guys who do send dick pics, I don't want dick pics. I don't think a dick is a very attractive thing. That's not something you're going to send me to be like, ooh, I'm interested. So please don't send those to me. But I'm curious, if you date someone and you're dating and you don't want to sleep with them for a few months, maybe even longer than that. I'm not sure how long it's going to take me. But do you break up with them after the first time? Do you try again? Is it the analogy of getting on the train and getting off as soon as you realize it's the wrong stop? Like, give me some advice with this. I haven't dated since 1998. I got married the first time, then got married straight into the second relationship. So you guys can probably understand why being single to me is exciting. And it's exciting in a way, not where I'm out fucking people. Because like I said, I haven't had sex since my ex-husband, but exciting in a way where I go do what I want to. I come home. And when I walk through that door, sometimes I think, oh my God, if I was still married with kids living with them, walking through that door, I'd have a list of 10, 12 things that everyone needs me to do for them before I could even put my bag down or eat food because I'm starving or do whatever I want to do. So when I walk in here, I just do a sigh of relief and I say, I'm going to enjoy this chapter. I am going to stop being sad that I'm single. Singleness is amazing. And singleness is something that should be not looked at like, why is she single still? Like, I don't understand that. And what's crazy is the list of guys I got when in Canyon Lake, actually, when I was single, all those guys have since met a girl. They're practically living with them. And they all seem like great matches. So also, like, if you're not ready to date, don't date people and hold them up from finding the person. Like, I think if any of these guys, if I showed interest in them and dated them, they might not have met this next person. And I know that I'm not ready to move to a next step. So if I was to date someone, it would just be for fun, to take up some time. And I don't need to take up time. I like resting. I like working out. I like golfing. I like Pilates. I like paddleboarding. I like sitting in silence with my cat. So unless I find someone who's going to add to my life, because I feel like I'm complete. I don't know if I've ever felt complete. And especially feeling complete alone is something I never understood, I guess. But it's a great feeling. So for everybody who doesn't want to be single because you feel like there's something wrong with you, I think it makes you more powerful to be able to go through life alone, to be able to go to sleep alone, not get a good night, not get a good morning. And in a couple episodes, I've mentioned how I used to cry every day because of everything I've gone through. And I would feel sorry for myself. And I just would have to release. So it would be by crying. But I can honestly say that I don't cry every day now. And sometimes I cry because I'm just happy I've made it this far. And sometimes I still cry because I'm sad and I can't believe that all my dreams that I did have aren't the same dreams anymore. I've had to let go of that. And it took me a long time to let go of everything I fought for, but it's a great feeling. And they say sometimes it's harder to let go than to hold on. And I held on for too long. And I should have let go a long time ago. But I feel like it was part of my journey. And this journey of singleness might be for 10 more years, might be 5 more years, might be till tomorrow. I'm not looking for anything, but they say when you're not looking for something, that's when it happens. I'm not going to turn something away if the energy's there. If I'm like, go home and I can't stop thinking about that person, I'm not that bitter person that's going to shut that off. I just don't need a relationship right now. And I don't need to spend my time looking for one. I've been on the dating sites here and there, probably for an hour, and it's so many people you have to filter through. That's not even worth it. Yet I don't want to go out and meet someone, because maybe I go out one night and meet someone, but I'm normally in bed by 8. So it's kind of like bait and switch. Like, you might see me out, and that's where you met me, but I'm never going out again at night like that. So I'm kind of torn between where I would put myself to meet people that have the same interests than me, but I'm not really there to put that much energy and thought into it anyways. So for everyone that's single, enjoy that chapter, because once you're not single anymore, you're going to wish you fucking were. Ask everybody you know that's married. Sadly, that's the truth. So until next time, guys.